This is Dabu7, and you're looking at footage from the John Crawford rally and die-in in Beaver Creek, Ohio. Want to share with you guys footage from the ground and exclusive drone footage.
You're fine, man. Hey, hold your sign up. Lower it down just a little bit. Right there. Haha. Oh, yeah, I got it. Well, we got a guy down here trying to talk to the cops. He's recording them.
Okay, now, here's a question.
The cop car's in the streets here.
It's your police department, Beaver Creek. Time to fix it. Yeah, they do with 2 days off on administrative leave while they get paid to go golfing. That's how he paid for it. But it shows it right there. I've watched 11 police officers compete.
Alright, she's getting feisty here. It might break loose on crap.
Does that make you kind of on one side of it?
Who said I did?
You don't hate
I said, no.
Kind of playing hell over here. You know what would have happened if I would have been in that Walmart when he threw on John Crawford? There'd be someone dead, it wouldn't be John Crawford. After all the arguments and everything. I promise you, I would have defended that shopper. Now, you say you're a veteran cop. Will of you ready for retirement? Okay, so with this being law enforcement officer put it down this much, and he put it through. They said, I smell reefer. So they told him to roll on foot. I said, I don't have to. Get out the car. I don't have to. In Cincinnati, a man got shot for the same thing. Once they pulled him out the car, they charged him with assault for not complying with it. But he had license, he had insurance. This is an everyday occurrence in all neighborhoods that's happening. Absolutely. It's just happening a lot more, as we know, in black neighborhoods, in Native American neighborhoods, you know, in people of color neighborhoods. But this is America, hell, shit. We got a lot of shit to get over. But the thing about it is, what I know and what I've been putting on Facebook for about 3 years, you can't go around and say kill all white people. Because look, we got cool white people right here. You can't go around and say kill all white people, really? Because whether she wanted to hear it or not, the cops is here just to do their damn job. Okay, and they not doing all the shit that's going on. But then it is some that they're not cops.
Oh, look, they just smoked out the whole corner on purpose.
Some of them aren't here to kill people. They're here to actually just enforce the law. Sometimes it's the law that's wrong. Remember back in the day, I couldn't do this.
Smoked everybody out.
I couldn't.
Quit being a coward!
All right, there's a large crowd down here at the end of the street. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm going to work my way down this way. So it looks like at this point they've taken over both corners. A lot more people down here now, man. A lot more. So this is the 6 o'clock rally right here.
And this was the moment of silence for John Crawford and all the other lives lost out there. And you can see on this corner a lot more folks gathered. And after this, I break out the drone. But before that, the crowd starts singing in remembrance of everyone that has been lost. Not everyone, but a lot of the big names out here that many people recognize.
Welcome. Alright guys, see, we've got, can I get you guys this signs? You have to be the power, you got to be the change, you got to be the change you seek in the world. And that's the message here. Thank you. Alright guys, I'm going to stay zoomed in right here, and I'm going to break out the drone.
And we have liftoff. This is the first protest event that I had a chance to launch the drone from. Now, there were a few things I ran into here during this event. If you were watching during the live stream, well, you know, compared to what you're watching now, it was very choppy. Now, there's some obvious reasons for that. But as you're flying around, the signal obviously breaks up as the drone is constantly moving. I usually get my best shots if I get into one solid position and sit there and really don't move it a whole lot. But when you got a crowd that's moving, you've got to adjust to what's going on and try to get the best shots as possible. But from here, I went in closer to get a better look. And as I did this, I was using my phone for a hotspot. It cut the Ustream live stream that I had going on a tripod that I started the whole stream off with. It cut that feed almost instantly. As soon as the drone took off, it used all the juice. But it seemed like my camcorder was still trying to connect to the hotspot, so it was fighting. And I think that, along with just all the movement out here and the electronics, several news vans down there below, I think that had a lot to do with the interference. And the live stream is never going to be as clear as raw footage. But what the drone gives you the capability of doing here is live streaming, and I can also, by the click of a button, start recording to the SD card. And that's what I did here. This is what everyone witnessed during the live stream, except for this is the crystal clear footage. Now, one thing to make note of for guys out there looking to fly, it may look like I'm over this crowd, but I'm not. I'm actually a good 30 yards back. As I come down lower, you can see that. Now, I also tried to stay up above the light poles in the parking lot. I knew that if I was up above those, I was higher than any other thing around, and I could avoid hitting anything as long as I knew I was above those light poles. And this was the killer shot right here. Getting all of it in the frame here. This massive die-in, this rally for John Crawford in Beaver Creek in front of Walmart. They never did enter Walmart, and the only cop that I witnessed at all was actually guys that were coming down the road that pulled up to the light. The other ones that were spotted were across the street, and you know, undercovers crawling all over the place. Sure, they had plenty of undercovers watching everyone that was out here. Not only the protesters, but everyone that was out here open carrying. And there were several of those guys that weren't talking to anyone during the live stream that looked mighty suspect. They just looked like they were agents. And I called it out during the live stream for those that were watching. But once again, the footage is so much clearer, a lot more crisp. You can see all the action here as everyone is filing out, and this march is making its way back down to the corner where it all began. Now, not everybody at first knew that I was the one in control of the drone. I tried to let everyone see that it was me. Once it was in the air, everyone noticed it, obviously. And people were like, who's that? Who's got the drone in the air? And I was standing right out in the open. You'll see here in a second. And a lot of people just started coming up to me, talking to me, asking me questions. A lot of people intrigued, want to see what it looks like. And this was from the final position. And this is what I wanted to get this drone for, so I could get exclusive shots of events like this that you're never going to see anywhere else. And really, I mean, as you can see here, as I take it up over here by the road and back over, I can get to different spots rather quickly and get different angles rather quickly with this. And it also, even though this was a very peaceful demonstration, it will help keep me safe instead of sitting on the front lines with no zoom and all the times I've been pepper sprayed and guns thrown in my face. This at least gives me the ability to get footage at a safe distance. And I'm sitting right over here in this grassy knoll. It's where I launched from. And really, I think it provided some excellent shots of this whole event. Once again, I got to meet a lot of good people out at this event. For any of you out there tuning into this video, it was great to meet all of you. Per the usual, there were some suspicious cats out there in the crowd, loners walking around that you could say, yeah, they're agents watching, but that's to be expected. As long as you have the eyes to see, you know they're there. But all in all, 90+% of this group was fabulous people. Out here at this rally, at this die-in, an open carry event, rallying for all the lives lost, especially John Crawford, and doing so here in Beaver Creek in front of Walmart. This has been Dabu 7. Peace.